We are live, my dude. You ready to go? So, it's been a minute since we talked. Oh, okay. No, just deodorant.
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped.
Are you with Old Spice or something?
You couldn't tell?
I don't know. There's not enough going on. What are you doing with them?
I'm really excited to be working with Old Spice this year because I think their message that they got going right now is really important, but it also resonates with a lot of people. And basically, all last year was super tough on everybody with the pandemic. You couldn't go see your friends and family. You're kind of stuck at home. You're not going to work. You're rolling out of bed, throwing sweatpants on and a button-up shirt 5 minutes before your Zoom meeting starts. And so you kind of lose sense with like your routine that you normally do. And at the same time, you can kind of lose self-confidence because you're kind of sitting there all day and you could be your own harshest self-critic. And all Old Spice wants to do is get you ready, smell ready for anything. So this new deodorant, the Dynasty collection, which smells really good, I promise. Like, it's delicious, I promise. It just gives you that little extra boost of confidence, before you go into any situation. Smell good, feel good, play good. And I think their message, just self-confidence for young guys, it's awesome. And I think it's a message that should continue to get spread.
That's great. I mean, I know that putting pants on with a button did wonders for my self-confidence after 10 months of not. But speaking of 10 months, I think that was the last time we talked. We talked about WrestleMania. Been a minute. But so you said something really interesting this morning, that you think Jimmy G can win a Super Bowl, and obviously, did you say that? Do you think he's been underrated or not quite respected enough? Like, what's the thought process there?
I mean, I think people just like to jump the gun to talk about Jimmy G because I don't know if there's really anything else to talk about for the 49ers, according to the media. I mean, the 49ers aren't in the playoffs, so what else is there to talk about except for what everyone's always talked about since Jimmy's been here? Is he the guy? Can he do it? Yada, yada, yada. And you just hear chatter and chatter and chatter and rumors and trade this, trade that. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Jimmy's our quarterback, got us to Super Bowl. I think, everyone's coming out now for the ability to stay healthy. Hey, when a guy falls and you sprain your ankle, that is what it is. You just got to do with what you can. And, when Jimmy's healthy and he's available, he plays at an incredibly high level. And he leads the team, every single day, on and off the field, in a locker room. Guys look up to him, and guys play better when he's on the field. Offense or defense. When you hear Jimmy talk, everybody looks to him. Everybody expects him to say the right thing, and he always does. He gets the guys going, and he's the reason that we went to the Super Bowl, and he'll be the reason that we go back and have an opportunity to win another one. And I'm just excited that, as a friend and as a teammate, that I get to see him all the time.
That's so great. Is there any one thing he said on the field that sticks with you?
Jimmy's just really good at getting you fired up. And at the same time, he also knows when there's like a lull, on the team, or if like the confidence isn't that high. But just really, his voice, it carries a lot of weight. And so whatever he says, anything, like every head on the sideline will snap. It just goes, looks right at him. He gets everyone's attention, from coaches to players to staff. Everybody's looking at him. And so it's just, it's kind of incredible. And I've never really been around a guy like that, besides like Joe Staley when he talked when he was here my first 3 years, very similar. But for a guy to come in like Jimmy G, and that happened day one, he was in the building. He would talk and guys would listen. So, just his reputation in the locker room is great, and I love playing with him.
That's an amazing quality to have. Now, obviously, it really is. So you went to a Super Bowl. If you could give a first-time Super Bowl player one piece of advice about the week before and the game itself, what would that be?
I know a lot of guys are first-time player going to the Super Bowl. I think my biggest thing is I'm big on your routine and just trying to stay in your routine as best as possible. And Super Bowl week's going to throw a lot of curveballs at you because the schedule's different. You have media every single day. You're talking to people. You get asked 1,000 questions about things that you don't know the answer to. You get asked questions in German, and you're just like, yes, okay, I'd love that. So just try to stick to your routine as best you can. And if you're having issues, go to one of the guys that's been there before for help. Because I think, both Tom Brady and Travis Kelce / Patrick Mahomes will give you plenty of advice on how to succeed.
So speaking of Travis Kelce, we've got Kelce, we've got Gronk. Who's a better tight end in your opinion?
I mean, they're both fantastic, and you're leaving out Cameron Brate too, who's a hell of a tight end. I mean, this game is star-studded tight ends all over the field, and comparison's the thief of joy. So I just try to enjoy those guys every single time you touch the field, because you don't know. The great thing about football is you don't know when your last opportunity to play is. So will we ever see Travis Kelce and Gronk in the same game again? Who knows? And so I'm just gonna do my best to appreciate the talent level that's out there, because from Gronk, who's going to go down as one of the best tight ends of all time, to Travis, who just clipped 6 years with 1,000 yards receiving in a row. I mean, you got a guy that's going to go down as one of the best to do it again, and so we might as well enjoy this game while we get it, because they're not going to always be out there. So just appreciate the greatness.
I love that. So speaking of Gronk, he is also a he was a 24/7 champion in WWE. Now
I know, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Hey, you never know. It's not too late. But so the Royal Rumble was recently, and I saw that you tweeted just Edge in all caps. And for those of us who might not follow WWE so closely, what was so exciting about that win for you?
Oh, wow. Well, the fact that the Royal Rumble is always fun to watch, because it's just mania everywhere. Like, you don't know what's really going to happen. There's up to like 10 guys in the ring together at the same time, just getting thrown out. And it's fun to watch. But with Edge, he was the first guy to go in, meaning that he was in the ring for almost 60 minutes, which is a long time. And for him to pull it out and get the win after, like, Randy Orton, the Viper, comes in to try to, RKO's him late. It's fun to watch Edge get that dub, because it's kind of nostalgic, but at the same time, it's a guy that's working his tail off for the opportunity, and he gets that opportunity by winning the Royal Rumble. And it's really fun to see that. And he's a great wrestler too, so that works too. And he has a pretty damn good spear as well. It's
true. I think that your WWE fandom is just such a joy, George. It is so fun to talk to you about wrestling. Do you have a favorite wrestler at the moment?
All time, current, either one. All time, Stone Cold and The Rock are pretty close. Shawn Michaels is up there too. But currently, Seth Rollins and Charlotte Flair are my two favorite. Seth Rollins, because he's from Iowa, and so I got to go to his wrestling school in Davenport a couple times, Black and Brave Academy. It's a great place, and I got to go in the ring a couple times. They even got me into a match. I got a Stone Cold Stunner somebody. That was pretty fun. And then Charlotte Flair, because I just think what she does in the ring is awesome, and she makes it look so effortless. So I think they're both incredible performers, and they're both great on the mic too, which is awesome.
She also has a great name, just, pointing that out. Charlotte to Charlotte, I had to say.
The best.
So there is an actual game happening, and it's sort of the old school with Tom Brady, new school with Patrick Mahomes. And I'm wondering, where were you for Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, February 2002? Do you remember?
Yes, I do, because I won money on that game. Are you kidding me?
You did?
We did a family pot. My mom, long story short, my mom has 9 sisters. So we had a family reunion watching the game. There's like 100 people betting on this game. And we had to choose the score. And everyone was, high and mighty on the greatest show on turf. Everybody, it was like 90% of the people picked them to win. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the Patriots because it's my best chance. And I predicted the score was going to be 20 to 18. I was 1 point off, but I was pretty close. But I won on that one, and I'll never forget. I was in my grandma's living room watching the game, and it was incredibly fun. And I think Tom Brady had a decent career after that as well. So after the first one, he did all right.
Yeah, I think you could put it that way. How old were you for that?
Was that 2002? You said?
Yeah.
I was 9, I think.
Great memory, George. I love it.
I was 8. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we're going to play a little game here. I'm going to try to predict who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to do some rapid fire, old school versus new school, and we're going to see if we can figure it out. So, Vine.
Oh, what a great logo!
Isn't that fun?
That.
I know, our graphics team just
Spider-Man's my favorite superhero besides Batman, so like that's big for me.
Okay, well,
and I love Star Wars.
Are we gonna say?
I'm all over this.
Okay, fantastic. So Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Oh, wow. That's so tough.
Right?
With what they can do, I like the Tom Holland one at this point.
All
but
right.
the original Spider-Man movie is still one of the best.
Okay, so Yoda or Baby Yoda?
I like Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Okay, I mean, that's the right answer. Let's see, Vine or TikTok?
Vine.
Okay.
Incredible.
NBA Jam or Fortnite?
NBA Jam. That was
Okay.
awesome.
All right. Offense or defense?
Offense.
Okay. All right, George, I've done some very serious calculations here very quickly, and you are new school. You think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Am I right?
You would be, but Tom Brady's on the other team, and I refuse to ever go against Tom Brady.
I mean, as a scorned Pats fan, I have a hard time disagreeing with you.
Or two. He's pretty good at football.
He is pretty good at football. George, thank you so much for your time. Next time we're going to do this on an actual pirate ship. That's what we decided, right?
Yeah, no, you already said Fox Sports is paying for the whole thing, so I can't wait.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank
We'll
you for
keep
committing
posted.
that.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye, George.
See ya.